gonna make this really fast since I call my one viewer. Yes, I know my one viewer in real life. That is why they're my one viewer. And they're like, don't make the video, there's no point. So I'm gonna go through this super fast to review it. This one, okay, I'm gonna say what I like and what I don't like about it. I don't like that when you're fighting, you couldn't pick up chests. So anytime an enemy was in the vicinity, you couldn't open a chest. This would be really annoying to me if I'm fighting and like Goofy and Donald are killing the enemy, but I'm over here and I just want to open a chest. And sometimes the enemy... I'm back. I bet you didn't expect this. I know, I'm so spontaneous. Anyway, yeah, my one viewer said not to make this video, so I'm gonna make it super fast because I gotta cater to my one viewer's needs. But alright, so I like this game, but I didn't like it at the same time because I couldn't open chests while I was fighting. And there's a problem with me because enemies would glitch and not be anywhere close to me, so I couldn't kill them. And like they'll be so far gone, they're not even attacking me anymore. But I can't open a chest because they just exist. Very annoying. And sometimes the battles felt like they didn't have enough substance in them, so I just get bored fighting people. Attack, and I could use magic too, but it felt like there could have been a lot more to make everything go smoother. And the story was good to me. Cutscenes sometimes look weird with how they transition, but they did a good enough job that it didn't bother me too much. But the story saved everything, I think. So I'd give the game, well, let me see, the gameplay was a big part of me, and it felt really long after a while. After a while, I felt like they could have ended the story a lot sooner. The game, it was like 24 hours. This game was legit 24 hours for me to finish it. And I didn't even finish it because the boss was too damn hard. Yes, I gave up on the game because the boss is too damn hard. So the entire game felt hard. It felt like there could have been an easier difficulty in between the hard and the easy and the normal that I would have played. The normal felt too hard to be normal because after a while the bosses felt like they were cheating. Ansem, for me, felt like he was cheating. Like I know I could have beaten him, so it's not like... Is that the police? Well, Ansem, it felt like I could have beaten him, but it just felt like it just felt unfair. Alright, let me be salty in peace. Say I'm just weak and I can't play it, whatever. But it just felt like there could have been an easier difficulty, and then make the normal one like in between hard and normal, and then just give me another one that was easier. It's just, anyways, I give this a 6.5 out of 10. It should be higher, but no, 6.5, 7 out of 10. I'm taking off 3 points because of the gameplay, which felt like it could have been more. The gameplay, which made it so I couldn't pick up chests even when the enemies were glitching, which is completely not my fault, they're just glitching. And the story, which felt too long after a while. It just felt so drawn out, and it didn't like compel me to play it other than to finish it and to like know the end. So it was just boring after a while. Other than that, the story was good. It like, when I finally got to that ending part, it was like, whoa, it was kind of worth it, kind of not really, kind of worth it. So, you know, there was that. But other than that, I'm only giving it the good, I'd say. The story, the gameplay, even though it could have been more, it was good. When I compared the HD, this one, to the original, this one looks a lot better. They really worked hard on improving the quality, so I gotta give them that. So that's why I'm giving it the 7. This one, I felt mixed on this one because the card, if you don't know, in this one you play with like a card style gameplay. What it is you have cards 0 through 9. 0 can get rid of anything. Other than that, based on how high it is, you can beat other cards. So you can put out a 5, your enemy can put out a 6, and then your card gets canceled out and their attack goes through. If they send an attack and it's like about to hit you and then you cancel it out, then you can hit them. But if it's the same number, they just actually cancel each other out. None of them do anything. So it it was difficult for me sometimes because the bosses always had high level cards after a while. Like in the start, it was like, okay, this is balanced. It's interesting. It felt weird because going off of just regular, walking around, open world ish fighting, this felt more boxed in and restricting, and it bothered me after a while because it's like I just want to swing my sword and I can't do that. You could do it outside of battle, but it's like Pokemon, where if you get attacked in the bushes, that's where you fight. And you can attack them outside of battle to make them stun inside of battle, but it was like, it didn't feel right to me. It was like, it wasn't a bad game, but the gameplay wasn't for me, the whole card system. It's just not what I was used to. Like, I came from hitting people with swords, that was fun. And I don't know, but yeah, I didn't like that. And also, hold up, I gotta do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Where was I? Where was it? The gameplay bothered me, and it wasn't easy for me to get used to. I played the game for maybe 20 hours, and I didn't get used to it all the way to the end. This one was also difficult because of how the bosses always had stronger cards than me. I love how they had it so, say you needed to go to another place, you had a requirement, cards that you don't use in battle that you go through to next world. So it's like it has to be a 9 green card or a 5 and above red card, right? They always had a way to make sure that you always had enough cards to go through the next world. But after a while, it was like, yo, I kind of need these cards. And it's like, yo, in order to get through this door, my dude, you gotta give up that card. And I'm like, but I kind of want to save it for somewhere else. And it's like, nah. Or like, maybe that was just me, but I felt like they could have given me more opportunities to get more cards, even though they gave me a lot of opportunity, because from every single battle, you got cards. But I was like, I want more cards. And the really strong cards, all the bosses had strong cards after all. I said that. I wanted strong cards too. Like the really strong ones, I'm not getting that often. I'm getting like 4 and 5s. I wanted a 9 and 8, alright? And I wasn't getting those. I could buy them from a shop. It was like, oh, if you trade in some of your cards, you could get points to buy decks of new cards. But that wasn't really super helpful because when I trade in cards, I don't get that much back in order to get a new deck. And when I get that new deck, I'm still getting low cards. So it was like never guaranteed for me to get. Every 5 decks, I would get like 3 good cards. And it was like, yo, what are you doing? And after a while, it was like, oh, if you did put more money in, we can give you better cards. First it started out at 100, right? If I have a couple cards and I want to trade them in, I get 10 points for each card. And then, I need 100, so that's like 10 cards I need to trade in. In my deck, I had about 30 cards. 20 of those cards were attack cards. I don't have that many attack cards to be trading in, much less 10 of them to get a whole new deck. And then when you go further in the game, they're like, oh, if you give us 400 cards, then you're guaranteed to get at least one good card. And like, I don't have, that would be 40 cards. 40 cards you'd have to trade in since they're 10 each to get 400. Like, I don't have that many. And you get them from in battle too. And if you attack like boxes in the world, there's a chance you could get some. You get like 20 or 30 in battle. I don't even know if you get them from battles, but it just felt like, yo, if you made these things give me more points, I could actually get good cards. It's not like they had to give me more opportunities to get better cards, like I said before. Never mind, screw that. They just had to give me more points. If they gave me more points, then I could have used the system better. But 10 points for each card, and it's like, there are ways that you could make the cards worth more, but it's not like you get it so often that you'd want to do it, and you would have to grind it too. So it's more work on your part, which is, I guess, if you put more work in, you get better results. But it's like, nah. Ugh. And then they ask why the games are so much easier these days. It's because people like me are complaining. Anyways, other than that, the story was good. I felt like the story never throughout the entire part got boring. This one got boring after a while for me. It's still good, but it got boring. This one never got boring to me. It was just the gameplay that bothered me. So after a while, I was playing it just for the story. This one, it was like I was playing this for the story too, but this I was definitely not playing for the gameplay. I was playing it for the story. The gameplay bothered me because the card system, the bosses always had better cards than me. I felt like I didn't have enough opportunity to get good cards myself, so I couldn't mesh. Legit, after a while, I spammed items like magic. I just crapped on them with magic while they were using attack. Nah, magic, and I was blasting him. And then they had a whole reload system where the more you did it, the more longer it took. And I was like, I get that, it's not for me to spam or anything, so it makes it more balanced. But it's like, no, they had these cards, right? That if you did them, it resets the reload thing. And if you did this one specific card, hey, you don't even have to reload. It reloads for you, so you don't have to go through that long time. Because while I'm reloading, bosses are killing me. So they have ways where they try to make it balanced, but the cost of those cards is like high. Like a regular card's 10 or 15, 20. The cost of these cards are 60, and and it's not even like those are high numbers. It's like a 1. Like a 1 that can be broken by a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is like 60. And while using that card, that boss could just totally eliminate. You can only use it once per battle, by the way. So the cost, it was like they tried too hard balancing the game, so it just ended up being bothersome to me as a player. So yes, that was a lot that bothered me, more than the first game. The first game was like you had problems, but I dealt with it. This one, it just continuously bothered me throughout the entire game, and it was very hard too. So this one I give a 7. This I'm giving a 5, and that 5 is just for the story, because the story, it was good. It was really good. I liked it. The cutscenes were amazing, but the gameplay bothered me over and over again the entire time. And like this game, at the end of it, it felt kind of rushed. Like not so rushed that it bothered you, but the game's worlds were a lot quicker. It was like you could see your progress, and you could see that the story is more important than the gameplay. This one, the worlds were always short, so it was more focused on the gameplay at some point. No. It was more focused on the story, so you could see the importance of the story over the gameplay. And I don't know, it was just, there could have been more gameplay-wise. The story made up for some of its faults, though, so it's getting a 5 out of 10 for the story. I told my one viewer this wouldn't be a long video, but I have a lot to complain about, so if you're not gonna watch it, then just don't watch it. This is getting a 5 out of 10 because the whole 5, all of it, every single part of it is for the story. None of it is for the gameplay. No. All of it is for the story because I really like the story. I really like the characters. They were like, oh, you hate this character? Nah, now you like this character. It was good in that way. And there's this special character that's like your enemy throughout the entire game. Well, if you complete the first game, if you complete the story, then they make it so you can play from the perspective of this other character, which I really like. So that's why, that adds on to the story being really good. So, but that means that's another 10 hours you're going to be playing. Yes, that means more time playing the game. The game's already long itself. So, considering the other second story, I gotta give it more points because the gameplay for that character was better than the gameplay for Sora. Alright, had to do something again. I know I'm so busy, but yeah. Considering the gameplay for the other character, I'm gonna raise the score from 5 to 6 because I like that they included it. It adds to the story. It adds to just better gameplay in general because this character didn't have what Sora had, but Sora didn't have what he had, I was trying to be as spoiler-free as possible, but I guess now it's a male. Anyways, yes, so I give it a 6 out of 10. This is still at a 7 out of 10. And this game, okay, so good and bad. There is zero, I repeat, zero gameplay in this one right here. You don't fight, you don't swing a sword, you don't do anything. In the original one, you did, but I don't know, for some reason they just, what was that? They just did the cutscenes, which looked amazing to me, by the way. Like, nothing can compare to this one right here, because this one's better than all three of these, but the cutscenes look really good for a game, you know, made on, I think, the regular DS, or was it Game Boy? Game Boy, I think it was Game Boy. But when you consider that, it's like, whoa, they made this out of that? That's amazing. But yes, there is no gameplay. Instead, there's the cutscenes, and if you've played any Kingdom Hearts game, you know that sometimes they just talk between the cutscenes, and it's also important to the story. You know, if you've seen the Kingdom Hearts movies, I don't know if you have, but if you don't want to play the game, they have movies instead. Or not movies, they don't have movies, but players make movies of all the cutscenes and important dialogue. So those important dialogue were replaced with, like, it's like a still image, but it's an explanation of what happened. So it's like, this character talked to this character and found out blank, blank, blank. So it's like that, you know? So it fills in everything you need to know story-wise. But if you're going in this thinking, I'm gonna swing my sword, you're not. You see this character right here? You're gonna look at him and you're gonna want to play him, but you're not gonna play him. So yes, now you know. And so that wasn't a big, like, bad thing for me, but for some players it can be off-putting. And just to let you know, since it's a whole movie, it's like a 2.5 hour movie. And if you're some people, you can be like, oh, that much time with zero gameplay. But I mean, that much time with zero game, that's not bad, you know? It's 2.5 hours. You don't have to watch all of it in one sitting. They have parts that you can, they have 10. I know, maybe you didn't expect that, but the whole thing was good to me. I love how I rate this 9 out of 10, but I rate this 7 out of 10, and this is a full game. But remember, I'm only rating it off of the story and how they presented that story. So I'm not saying this is better, I'm just saying this was presented story-wise in the way that they did it better. So yes, we have a 7, a 6, and a 9, each out of 10. And that would make the full 1.5 experience. Hold on, get out a calculator real quick. That makes it a 7.3, or I guess just a 7 out of 10. The whole 1.5 experience, these 3 games, I rate them a 7 out of 10. And I know you might be thinking, well, this is a boring video, it was like 20-something minutes, and what did I get out of it? Just some rambling kid. Well, sometimes I myself like watching videos where I'm not really looking at the video, I'm just listening to it. If I'm doing something else, like I'm eating, well, not eating, but if I'm walking around while doing something, and I want to listen to something that I'm interested in, but I don't want to look at it, then I go on YouTube, and I sometimes do that with certain channels that I know, you know, are like that. So if you didn't like this type, you know, I can understand that, but for some people, I can get behind why they would like it. Me, myself, if someone did this, there are certain times where I would like it, so I'd add it to my watch later and watch it later. So if you didn't like this, I do apologize, because I should be catering towards my viewers, but at the same time, I know what I'd be looking for on YouTube, so I will make content which I think some people will like. And if you don't like it, well, leave a comment and tell me what I can improve, and I will try to make types of videos that you will also like. Okay, thank you for watching. If you watched the entire thing, I'm actually super grateful, because this was 20 minutes of me just talking, and not many people can listen to that. You are a very skilled individual. Science have proven that our attention span is just getting shorter, and if you could watch all of this, then your attention span, I'm proud of you, son, or daughter, or Apache helicopter. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or if you don't want to like and subscribe, comment and tell me how bad I am, so I can look at it and feel sad about my life and stop making videos forever. I probably won't, but you know, if it makes you comment on my video, then I'll tell you too. Anyways, thank you for watching. I don't know if I'll do the same thing for these 3, or I should just go through all 3, or now that I've thought about it, and you know, I didn't think about it with these. I know that moving sound might be annoying to you, but now that I've thought about it, I might just, you know, do it one by one. I'll play this game, review that one, play this game, review that one, play this game, review that one. Then at the end, I'll be like, well, the whole 2.5 experience was a boom or a blah. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it like that. But thank you for watching, and I do appreciate it. Your attention span is amazing, like I said before. And I hope you tune in, tell your friends. If you don't, I still appreciate you for watching it. Thank you, and this is not my original content, so I don't get a copy strike here. This is not my original content. This is from Square Enix and Disney and all their collaborative partners. But I'm just, you know, putting myself over. Is this too loud? I feel like this might be too loud. I'm just putting... You're too loud. I'm just putting myself over it to make my own thing. And it's not mine, but I do enjoy it, so I'd like to share that experience with everyone else. Thank you for watching. I hope you're super hyped, or listening. I hope you're super hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3, because that thing looks beyond amazing. Like, these past games were good, but that thing looks beyond amazing. The gameplay, my boy, it is so amazing. E3 should have hyped you up. If it hasn't, what is wrong with you? It's Smash for the Switch. Oh my gosh, send me some money so I can buy a Switch, please. Thank you for watching. Watch again, like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you're making fun of me, it's fine. I'll just delete my videos. It's fine. I got you. But bye-bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Have a nice month. I don't know what you'll see me next. Bye.